Hello and welcome to this Java video tutorial. I'm going to be going over the method equals. So what is the equals method? Well, it's a method for comparing strings. Strings being, in the hierarchy of an object. So we've got the object string. We can, create a new string by either doing it this way, or we could just do string me equals new string test. But right now we're just using this way, and the way it works is if we're using some sort of primitive types, some sort of number, we could just do int 1 equals int k equals 1, and then int b equals 2. You can compare these types with the comparison operator, but when it comes to an object which is a string, we can't do that just by because that will check the reference of the string. So what I have to do is use equals. And this will check the value as opposed to the reference, which if you was doing the comparative compare using double equals, it would compare the reference on a string and not the value. So we have to use equals, and running this clearly shows this true. And if you do, I don't know if you did so yeah, if we have, if string 1 is equal to string 2, then system.println, run this, and we got here, it hasn't come through because obviously these are different, but what we're testing for here is not actual value equality, we're testing for reference equality. So whether they're the same object, and clearly they are not the same object. So if it's equal, then come through here. It's obviously not equal, but if you got, let's have a look at this. It's pretty much running the reference equality because it's the same thing. It's not worth using this because it doesn't check for value equality, and it's not safe to use in any sort of environment. And I don't know if you're coming from C or C+ background, reference is just pointers. So yeah, make sure you just stick with using equals, which is what we're using down here. This check compares a string to another string. So yeah, well, not the basics, but the things that you have to remember for this is the comparator of this operator checks for references, equals checks for string values. The reason when we're comparing these two, they come back the same is because in the back end of Java does some behind the scenes stuff to make it identical for inline strings to use the same object, so then it should come back as the same reference. So it's checking for the reference, not the value, so stick with equals and you should be good. So yeah, thanks for taking time to watch this video, and I shall see you in the next one.